Hello, and welcome to the Finny Games. It's your host, BBG, aka BrokeBlackGamer. What's good, my BGs? Today I want to talk about why BBG will never ever be a 90 class gamer, even though I think I'm going to be forced to be one. But you see, back in the day when BBG was young, there was something called the 1080 Ti that was relative to the GTX Titan. The 2080 Ti was relative to the RTX Titan. The 3080 Ti was relevant to the 3090, and the 4080 Super was not relevant to the 4090. The 5080 Super does not exist to be compared to the 5090. So that leaves BBG in a predicament. I haven't had my favorite kind of GPU in about 2 generations. So what is going on? Where is this in the middle card that should bridge the gap between the base 80 class and the Halo flagship product? Where did it go? Where could it be? The thing is I really rely on that particular GPU for that hardcore enthusiast experience without paying the top-notch Halo price. The 5080 Super seemed promising with its 24 gigabytes of VRAM, but it's cancelled, it's delayed. We don't know where it's going to be or come out. And this GPU would have been the perfect way for me to play all of my favorite games. And you see, the 4080 Super, it's not a bad GPU, but $1,000 for something that is not even half of the 4090 is kind of insane. The 5080 is literally half of the 5090. Why so much of a cut? Why is the 80 Super and 80 Ti class cards comparable now more to the 70 series than the 90 series? You see, that's something that BBG thinks is disgusting. BBG feels like he's been taken advantage of in this situation. And BBG is tired of waiting for something to come out that's never going to come. So that means BBG has no choice but to buy a 90 class GPU. Because the way I'm feeling as a consumer is, if you are going to take away what I like and give me something less that cannot play a game from 2020 in max settings when all of the other 80 Ti class cards could easily max out games for years to come and not having obsolescence before the thing is even a year old. That to me is insane. And that is exactly why BBG is going to be forced to be a 90 class gamer. Well played, Jensen, because now we don't have a choice. But the thing is AMD going to make one of these high-end GPUs? Because if they made a 9080 XT right now with 24 gigabytes of VRAM, I guarantee you NVIDIA fanboys like myself would fly away in droves, because that shows that they care about a group of gamers that NVIDIA killed, and that they would give us something that would bridge the gap in between the Halo product and the high mid-range product, like we used to have. So AMD, if you could do that, that would be amazing. But until then, I am not going to go based off of my hopes. I'm going to go based off what is considered to be reality. And the reality of that right now is that there is nothing to bridge the gaps. The Super Series would be a good start to have something in the middle, because the 5080 overclocks really well, and when it overclocks, it's near 4090 levels of performance. So imagine a 5080 Super overclocked with the same exact amount of VRAM as the 4090. Now we're talking. Now we're getting somewhere that is amazing. Unfortunately, you'll have to overclock it from day one, but at least it's something that is close enough, something that we've been missing for a long time. So to hear that is canceled, it is frustrating. And I know that some people are telling me like, oh, well, you have a good experience with the GPU that you have now. But unfortunately, I am used to better. I'm not used to this, what I am getting right now. I want better. I need better. Better is, well, simply better. Better. Anyway, with that being said, I just want to make sure that I set myself up to have the best gaming experience possible and to not feeling like I'm getting ripped off. And honestly, I would consider it not to be a ripoff if the 5080 Super had a different price tag and more performance. But since it's just a base 80 class card, that's why I consider it to be a ripoff, and that's why I consider it to be a disappointment, because in the past, the nomenclature has always been consistent, concise, and clear about the product in which you were getting. However, it is not like that anymore. And so the names are a little more deceptive now, because it doesn't mean anything for a 4080 Super over a 4080 base card. It doesn't mean anything. And so that gives a lot of people, when the 5080 Super comes out, they're saying it's just going to be just as useless but with more VRAM. And that hurts to hear. So you're telling me another useless Super Series card? And so that's just where it is as a NVIDIA fanboy now. It's just like, I've been a fanboy for so long, and you guys don't even give me a reason to tickle my fancy anymore. You guys don't even give me a reason to get excited, to get an erection. You guys don't even give a reason. And that's the crazy thing to me, that people still continue to ride on y'all when y'all don't even have a fun ride. Just my 2 cents. And then anyway, the other thing that's been annoying for me is AMD is just refusing to make that high-end GPU. Like, why? Are you afraid of hurting Jensen's feelings, Lisa? Do you not want to hurt his feelings? Like, I don't understand. And then these consoles, if you want to get a console that's coming out, again, you have a PS5 Pro, which went up in price. You have an Xbox Series X that has been appreciating like fine wine since it released. It's skyrocketing up to $800 now, which is insane. And prices are expected to go up as we speak. Like, that's crazy. And people still defend Xbox. I know there's levels to this, but some levels you just know aren't as good as the others. And I just want to make sure that as a broke black gamer, I look out for all of the BGs. So I'm just telling you, the 4080 Super experience was not worth it for $2,500. If gaming alone is why I bought it. But I will say it was worth it that I got to connect with millions and millions, not really, but thousands of different BGs. And for that it was worth it. But honestly, if we're just talking about for the quality of gaming, it hasn't been worth it, guys. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, it hasn't been worth it. Like, the best upgrade I've had is this OLED monitor. Like, some people told me, like, they nutted when they first saw it. They told me they cried when they first saw it. And when I first saw it, the blunt fell out of my mouth, and I just said, that shit looks good, bro. And that was all it took for me to love OLED. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I think BBG is bullied into becoming a 90 class gamer, and it sucks that I got bullied into this. I never stood a chance because I got a weakness. But at least I know now that I will only ever be satisfied with the best. And with that being said, the Finny games are over for today. Stay toxic, my BGs.